DreAllDay.com.
Alright, I'm shooting all my baskets on the far end here, so I put all these vids together into one. This is from 3 separate games. I put them all into one vid here. So I'm going to use a quick through behind combination, see how I step into that move. I sell the fact that I might drive and use that against them for the pull up. Here as I come down, see on defense, the defender's not really playing me as I get up to that 3-point line, but that's within my range. So I hop right into that shot. See how I use that hop move there, right into rhythm, knock down the 3-point. So this play, after I lost the ball the first time and I get over on that wing, I still use that hesitation move into the pull-up. So you got to keep your hand to the side of that ball or on top of the ball. It's a move that I use often. It's not really something you can plan against because, like I said, it's a hesitation move. So it looks like I might drive. You got to play the drive, but what I actually do is pull up for the shot. All I got to do is make it. So here as I'm in on the dribble from the left wing, as I start to attack to the middle of the floor, I want to get my defender's feet moving. I know that I can get my shot off, my release off, before he can get his feet set into defensive position. So here as I hop into that spot, you see he kind of jumps, but I'm not even in the air yet. Using the crossover step back move here, so I'm putting them together into one move, combining it. So I'm using the cross from left to right. I'm going through my legs and I'm stepping my right foot forward and I'm rocking back on that right foot, which creates the space there. See, I hop back there and now I had the space for my shot. Once you're able to knock down shots from a certain range, you know the defense has to respect your ability to hit those shots. They got to play you starting at a certain point on the floor. And here the defender, he's not really playing me up in a spot that's in my range. He gives me a wide open look. You got to make it pay though by making a shot. Didn't really fool the guy on defense with this move here as I go to the turnaround over my right shoulder going towards the left of the screen from where you're looking. He saw the move coming kind of, he predicted it, and he reached and jumped for it perfectly. It's just better offense and I got the height advantage. I use my body a little bit here just to create a little bit of bump on him to keep him from being able to fully jump and challenge the shot. So as I attack to the left, once I get together what I'm going to do, I attack to the left here. I give him a small bump with my hip. On the right side of my hip, give him a small bump. And as he has to recover from that bump right there, I hop away, a little bit of a step back shot, fade, and get it. I get asked often by players who play guard, what's the advantage, what's the purpose of a guard having post moves? Well, this is one of the purposes. It's not about, you don't necessarily have to overpower the guy. You don't even have to be bigger than him, but if you have the skills to score in the post, the closer you are to the basket, the higher efficiency of your shots. That's just a fact of the game as measured data. So see, I use the little drop step, turn around, seal him off of my body, and I got an open look. This is just simple ball handling here. Loose ball, we both going after it. Dribble with my right, spin it off with the left. See, I keep my hand on top of that ball, let it drop out. Got myself an easy layup at the end. This is just a simple pull-up, something I practice every day. Walking right up into that shot. He doesn't come up and challenge it, but you still got to make it. So it's not easy, but it is simple. Again, it's a simple play. I'm walking up into this area, and you could say maybe this guy needs to play D or he should play closer, etc., but he still has to defend everything else. Remember, he doesn't know I'm going to shoot this until I'm shooting it. He gets up close to me, I still got to drive in the building. Somebody's a good shooter, you don't want to let them walk into any rhythm shots. No, at least not too many of them. But here I just walk into an easy pull-up J. I got to make that every time. This play, he had a good idea of what was coming. He knew I might try to walk into that pull-up J, as I had done a couple times already. And he challenged it actually pretty well, but the distance between us was far enough. My length over top of his reach was enough that I could still get that shot. Playing against someone who's a good shooter, someone who can hit shots off the dribble, the last thing you want to let them do is get into a rhythm. So on this play here, see I kind of messed up with the dribble a little bit, so I'm actually backing up as I go into the shot. This is not a shot that I always want to shoot. I don't ideally want to take the shot when I'm backing up into it. Ideally, I'd rather go straight towards the hoop. But once the shooter gets into a rhythm, they can start hitting all types of shots that are tougher. I'm going to use a quick step back move, combining it with the crossover here as I go through the legs. So when I'm on the left wing and I attack towards the right, I'm going to use a hard crossover dribble from the left to the right going through my legs. And as I'm going through my legs, I'm going to step back off that right foot, using the momentum of the right foot to step me backwards. That creates a space for the shot. It may look easy and or simple, but making the shot is the actual hard part. So it's actually going under my left leg. Then I'm shooting. Another rhythm shot. As I'm walking into the shot, I finishing know what's coming by this point. I'm shooting from the ball, shooting the shot from about 28 feet from the basket, so it's not so simple to guard someone that far when they also got the ability to put the ball on the floor. You should probably hope they missed that, but I made it. Using my size advantage here as I take the ball into the post, backing down to about the 9 to 10 foot range. Don't have to overpower him all the way to under the rim. Just get to a range where I know I can hit the shot, which is anywhere within 18 feet. I turn, once that's turned and fades, nothing he can do. Showed him the right hand a few times in the post, and now I take it to the left hand. So I get down in the post. He's waiting for me to somehow get that ball to my right hand for the shot. Instead, I seal him off with the right hip, get it over the top with the left. After a few post moves, every post move I'd used up to this point, I'd use a turnaround movement, whether that be the hook shot with the left or right hand or some kind of short shot or jumper. Here, using a quick step through, keeping the right pivot foot down, got the up and under. point, I showed him the fadeaway J, I showed him the left-hand hook, I showed him the up and under. Now he don't know what's coming. He has no idea what I'm going to do next. And now I go right back to the most simplest one of all, which is turning over that right shoulder. And I got a short little 9-footer right over top of it. This time I can use that exact same turnaround move, except I'm going to come from the other elbow. Last play I came from the right side, now I'm going to be coming in from the left side. But I can still get the same shot. Now I've shown them a lot of different options of shots that I can make. At this point, defense doesn't know what move you're going to use. Seal him off a little bit, he reaches for it, but I'm fading and I'm above him, knock him down. He plays pretty good defense as I get deep down on the baseline. He's playing pretty good D, but as I use my back to kind of seal him off and turn towards the middle of the floor. Usually you don't want to let an offensive player turn to the middle. That's where he had the most options. You see that slight fade? Nothing you can do about that.
Yo, it's Darshawn Johnson from Jacksonville, Florida, Orange Park High School. Go work on your game, man. Get off of the internet. Go make it happen. For real, it ain't gonna work on itself.
You know, in the previous post plays, almost every post play, I had turned over my right shoulder, which is what actually my right arm is closest to him. But this time I'm going to turn over my left shoulder, go in the other direction. If you're going to score in a post, if a defender sees you can only go over one shoulder or the other, they can just play that shoulder the whole time. You see he's playing my right shoulder. I fake the right, go to the left, and I'm wide open. Now loosen him up with a few of those turnaround shots, and then he probably forgot about the up and under move that I showed him earlier in the game. So now I'm backing him down. I hit a turnaround over my right shoulder 2 in a row, then I hit one over my left shoulder. So now he has no idea what's coming, but he knows I'm going over one shoulder. Step through move, didn't even have the shot fake. Just that point of step through gets it done. Just going to use a quick stutter step move here as I attack him, approach him with some speed, quick little stutter step, get his feet moving. His feet are moving, he can't jump. Raise up and shoot. Notice how every time I approach the post, I get that dribble very low and get my arm extended. Get that ball as far away from the defender as possible and always keep my body in between the defender and the ball. See how low I get that dribble when I'm turning around? Get into my spot, fade slightly, elevate, bucket. At this point, I'm approaching, walking into the shot again. He should know what's coming, but again, it's easier to said than done to defend this when you got a player who can also attack off the dribble. But he shouldn't give me that wide open up a look. I got to make that. Now, at this point, he goes for a steal and just basically gives me an easy basket. He might as well just let me walk in and make a layup instead of going for a steal. When you're playing against a player who can play, there's no way to strategize for steals. You got to stay between man and the basket. Here I kind of got myself stuck. I got stuck in a tight space down along the baseline, and he actually played pretty good defense, got a hand on his ball. But this is just a case of better offense beating good defense. I'm very close to the basket here. I'm able to muscle that up from 8 feet. After playing around with the ball for a little bit here, notice how low I get on my dribble. When I get really low with that dribble and I have my feet split wide, he doesn't know what's going to come, some type of drive or something off the bounce. But what he doesn't know is my ability to get that shot off a really low dribble. When I get low, he gets low. And then look how low his hands drop. Look how low his waist drop and his hips drop. And his hands are almost at the floor. No way he can challenge the jump shot. It's pretty good defense. He kind of guessed right on that spin move that I was going to use there out of the post. And he defended it well. I managed to keep that pivot foot at some point. He smacked the ball out my hand, so I had a chance to start a new dribble, but I didn't. Just shot that fade. Once again, as I get it deep down into this post, most important part of this move is the footwork, is that seal off. When I take my right foot, step it outside of his body, and turn my body. At that point, I have an advantage. All I got to do is elevate. I use a slight fade on this shot here, and I'm just shooting over top of him. I probably could have made this shot easier with some better footwork before if I had went to a different move. He actually plays good D here. He's right there for the challenge as I go over my right shoulder. That's just a tough shot. Here's just using a quick left to right crossover. He's still moving his feet. I hop right into that shot. All I got to do is make it. Just use a power jump stop move here, so I get a little bit deeper down towards that left side baseline here this time, as if I'm going to drive baseline. Now that whole middle is opened up. Jump stop to the middle. That's an easy shot. In this play, I use a quick little stutter dribble. Look like I might have lost the dribble just a little bit right here as I get down towards the baseline. He lets me slip past him, though, and I get the layup. Kind of went for the same action this time on the next play down the court. He played good defense this time. Actually got his hand on the ball, but you watch my feet. I maintain my pivot foot as he gets his hand on that ball. And then I'm able to just go up and hit that shot as he couldn't get it out my hand. Here, I used that little jump stop move a couple times on the baseline, a couple turnarounds going towards my right. He kind of jumped the play a little bit as I attacked to my right. He kind of jumped the play, maybe thinking he could get back over top of me before I went up for a shot. But I end up using the up and under, getting to the left side of the rim, finishing with the left hand. So you got to have the skill to make the shot to use this move. Again, you don't want to let a good shooter just walk into an easy rhythm shot. But again, when you're out there on the court and that fatigue sets in and you got to defend the whole floor, it's not as easy as just saying it to defend somebody. Here, just going to use a simple behind the back dribble from the right to left, again, stepping into that shot. So I can go in front of the body, through the legs, behind the back, back through dribble, all into that same rhythm and hit that shot. At this point, once I start to get into a rhythm, really don't matter what the defense does. If I get an open look, I'm pretty much going to have a very high percentage chance of making a shot, even though he don't defend that there. Well, at this point, it's just all rhythm. He's giving me these open shots. Probably tired from playing defense and offense this whole game. Full court one-on-one. Ain't no joke. As I said in the last clip, if your conditioning can be better than your opponent's conditioning, you keep making them work the whole game. By the end of the game, they're tired and you not. That's when you can put them away. making the shots that you know you can make. Scoring in basketball is not about deceiving the defense every single time and coming up with new magical ways to trick them. It's about execution, which means they might even know what you want to do or are trying to do, and you do it anyway. Just keeping your hand to the side of the ball or on top of the ball. So the defender plays you too close, you always had an option of continuing your dribble and attacking the rim or just attacking in some way, even a crossover dribble. They have to play that. They're not ready to challenge for a shot. You want to be able to shoot off the dribble. You got to be able to make shots off of either hand, off a variety of different dribbles. Slower dribbles, quicker dribbles, through the legs, in front of your body, behind the back, stutter steps, whatever it is you are able to do off the dribble, you got to be able to shoot your shots in rhythm off of those moves. Anything you do off the left hand, you got to be able to do off the right hand. You can shoot dribbling off your left, you got to be able to shoot dribbling off your right. Because eventually defenders are going to play the hand they see you shooting off of the most. You got to be able to show them the other side. This time in the post, as I'm coming from that right block, I start to move towards the middle. And as I'm going towards the middle, taking my 2 steps here, I actually shoot back across my body with the right hand. So he's kind of more past me already by the time I shoot that shot. See how he's already past me when I reach back and shoot. At this point, it's just time to put him out of his misery. A couple triangle dribbles here. I know I already got the rhythm. I can hit a shot from anywhere on the floor at this point. And you let a shooter get in the rhythm, this type of things is going to happen. Step right into it. Game over.